as I drive back from the casino in Hawaiian Gardens, where I played a little bit of poker tonight, lost a little bit of money, not very much. I muse about creation, being a YouTube creator, what it is I want to do with my videos, and what I've been doing with them, what it means to succeed in making something in that medium. And I think about it, the thing that I keep coming back to is the fact that I have to tell a story. And I'm struck by the reality I find myself in currently. I'm working on a video that's got a lot of clips, but that lacks cohesion. You know, it needs to have a few storylines, ideally, to link together into a single story that's resonant. And it's not doing that right now, and that's okay, and it's not going to turn out that way. This video that I'm talking about, it's in process. I had to sort of come to terms with that right now. I'm still going to finish it out and have it be a little bit haphazard, I guess you'd say. It's like the edited videos that are a lot of clips of good little bits of stuff, but they don't link together to really tell a story. They can be entertaining to watch, sort of, but they don't really stick with you, or with me anyway. So what is wrong with the way people are driving? And people are driving so fucking stupid. Saturday night before Halloween. Telling a story then is, I think, going to be a critical aspect moving forward in my video making. I was remembering the retrospective videos that I've done in the past. Those told a story. They told a story of how the Talk with Facebook came to be, and first this stretch time, and then this stretch time, and then that stretch time. And I left off after 2 of them. I'd like to resume that project. That's something I can do that's going to be telling a specific story. Another video I have in the works that's telling a specific story is my palm tree video, where I explain about how to get berries down from the palm trees and talk about palm trees and the hassles of being a palm tree residence. Palm tree having residence, I guess. They're specific in that they have an arc. They start someplace and they end someplace, and something's happened in between. And they're complete. Like when I got up there and cut down the berries, that story was over. The critical element for me is deciding ahead of time what I'm doing and then following through on that. So if I decide I'm going to make a video about chopping something out of the tree, then I've got to do some planning on that. I got to know what to get, you know, when to film, what to film. And it's very helpful if I can be disciplined in doing that and not just say, well, I'll just film a big chunk of it and I'll edit it later. For everything that you film, editing is slower than real time. So if I have a 45-minute video and I want to edit it down to 20 minutes, that's not 20 minutes worth of editing, 25 minutes worth of editing. It's way more than that. And you have to watch the whole thing, and you might even have to watch it more than once to get a sense of what you really want to take out of it. So right now I've got this clips video down to like 35 minutes or something. I'd like to get it shorter than that, but the clips, I'm going to add some narration and shit. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going with this video, but I'm going to cobble it together as I have everything in the past, sort of, by feeling my way through it. But I don't want to be working like that so much anymore. I want there to have I want to have a specific vision of what I'm going to film, what it's going to be doing, and what story I'm telling. Because if I'm not telling a story that people can feel connected with the progression of the narrative in that regard, then my ceiling's low. You can only do so much good work improvisationally before it's time to plan. So, for example, I'm making this video right now. Why am I making this? Well, the answer is I'm planning on making a video about the shift in my approach and about the conundrums that face YouTube channel creators in general in terms of labor-intensive approaches versus quantity, and what actually works better, what seems to get the most views, yada yada. I mean, and again, of course, it's going to link to what your desired outcomes are. If you're really aiming for the most success possible, I'm sure there's a way to go about doing that would maximize success. That's not exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to make the best videos possible, which is a little bit different. And it's hard. Well, you know, with introverted intuition being my ignoring function, knowing the right decisions to make in art, following through on them, staying true to those visions, that is the domain of introverted intuition. It's strong for me, but ignoring. And it's one of those situations where it's fine if we can isolate the NI so that it serves any style situation. So it's like a parsing tool where you go, good decision, bad decision. And you know which melody sounds better, which blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But the actual challenge is understanding NI consistently. So that means interlinking between your other NI things and understanding the levels of packaging. The channel has its own NI. And so does an individual video, and so does editing, and those things should be consistent with each other, and all that jazz. It's a challenge for me. It's a big challenge. But the reason I'm going to end up pursuing this challenge, and I'm pretty confident I will, I'm not, as I almost always have been in the past, I'm not currently very worried about my not sticking through with a plan regarding video making and such, because I do feel the need to upload videos like this still, where I'm talking things out, but I don't need to upload them to the main channel, and I shouldn't. But I'll probably excerpts from this, so it probably won't ever get uploaded. Doing it this way means filming myself in shorter bursts, less of this talking while driving stuff, because there's a maintenance cost for every chunk of film every chunk of video that I create, for whatever my intended purpose for that chunk of video is. There's a maintenance cost. I gotta get it onto the computer, I gotta name it, I gotta remember what it's for, I gotta organize it, I gotta actually make that video with that little chunk of excerpt or whatever, and I gotta watch the whole thing in order to figure out where to cut. It's time consuming. So as I age, it becomes more intuitively clear to me, instinctually clear to me, not just logically true to me, but I feel it in my bones that I can't waste time. There's no point in spending time on something that's just gonna be lost in a big pile. I already have a big pile, and it's such a big pile that I'd say people just sort of throw up their hands at the notion of even beginning to dig into it. Certainly, you know, it's going to become a colorless wash after you've watched 400 cognitive function videos by me. Not that anybody's going to do that, but, you know, if you were, it loses its pop, for sure. These are basic NI things that an any user doesn't want to acknowledge, because an any user just goes, well, or an any DOM anyway, goes, well, I don't want to do the same thing again. I did that already. I want it to be completely different this time when I do it. I want a whole different vibe. I want, you know, So, in that regard, we think well, if everything is different enough, then I'll be exempt from this reality. But you never are. You are a representation of what you've made in terms of yourself as an artist or whatever you want to call that. And I've made a shit ton of stuff. I'm going to forever go down in history as having made a shit ton of mediocre stuff, put it out there, and if I'm lucky and can frame the narrative well, or others take up my cause without any influence from me at all, but just sort of on their own, then maybe I'll be thought of as somebody who had a lot of work in progress or something, or lots of good stuff, but that I'll be known for this sort of canon of sparkling gems of stuff that one could put together in theory. My gems just don't sparkle brightly enough at the moment. If I were really very good, I'd already be successful. So, I need to get better. I need to do a better job. I need to be mature. Put in the work. Stop needing such instant gratification all the time. And grow in my vision as a maker of things. Settle in with a story and tell it in full. And be okay that in doing so, you'll never tell the full story. That's just life. You can't frame yourself out of that reality. You can't find the top level frame that makes everything else secondary to it and have that be communicable to anybody. Or have that be an effective analytical tool for yourself, even. So, prioritizing my time, using it wisely. I tend to get lost in little music projects and stuff. I don't exactly regret those. Like, I've got a few songs on the computer right now that are sort of half songs, like good enough for music and a video, but not really fully realized tracks. But that doesn't mean I haven't spent a lot of hours on them. I have. And that's the sort of thing that I need to be disciplined about. If I'm going to be working on music, work on something that is purposed towards a finishing spot. Like, there's a song that I've already written that I want to record and I know what I'm going to do with it. That's a good music project. Or write a song and make sure you know exactly what you're going to do with it before you try to record it. That's a good music project too. But make a track by jamming out along with this beat and then making some loops and shit, that's a stupid waste of my time, frankly. I mean, it's not that. It's not a stupid waste of time. I like what I make. I like listening to them, the little tracks I make and stuff. I think they're fun, but they are less significant as works than some of the other stuff I do. And I'd like to be more significant. I would like to fulfill my potential, whatever that means. I'd like to feel as though I'm fulfilling my potential. And And I don't feel that way right now. I feel like I'm half-assing shit still. At least in the video making department. I feel like I'm fulfilling my potential pretty well in music. I'm not letting any musical talent I may or may not have go to waste. I may not be very efficient in converting that said talent into objects, which is what you need to do. I need to distill out from the raw ontology of the thing absolute fucking perfect gemstones. I can't be trying to make my living on low grade silver ore. So I try so hard with music. I try unbelievably hard. Like, I'm not. I try to be as intolerant of mistakes and sloppiness and half-assery in music as I possibly can. I'm not that careful with videos. But even if I were that careful, care itself is not enough. You've got to be able to bring back into focus central truths of introverted intuition and let those guide your hand. I hope to do so. Thanks for watching.